DJ, congratulations. Coach Elliott just came in here and told us how he found out that Trevor was out. How did you find out?
Well, Coach, I was in the film room. And I was just chilling there because Coach Street told me to come up and said to talk to him. And I was waiting for him because he wasn't there at the time. And then Coach Sweeney walked in, and then he kind of had a face. His face was kind of like, it looked like I was in trouble. I was like, dang, what did I do? I'm like, did I like a picture on Twitter that I wasn't supposed to like? Did I retweet something wrong? Or I don't know, did I not finish through the line or something at practice? I'm like, did I carry out my fake? I don't know. But then he told me like Trevor was going to be playing. And I was like, dang, he said he got corona. I was like, oh, shoot. I had no clue. I thought I was in trouble for a second, but I just felt sad that Trevor wasn't able to play. I wish he was out here today. So that's how I found out.
How prepared were you mentally for that moment? Like, okay, I'm ready to go right then.
I feel like I was mentally prepared. Since I got here, I've been preparing, preparing like I'm a starter. So for me, be able to go out there with the unlucky circumstances of Trevor having corona. But I feel like I was ready to go. I've been preparing for this since I came here to Clemson. I just treated it like another game. I was ready to go.
Thank you.
Hey, DJ, it's David Hood with TigerNet. After you found out, I guess you called Big Dave or call your mom. Was there a big scramble for tickets from California, to try and get a lot of family here?
Not really. My mom and dad, they were going to be at the game anyways, and then my Uncle Mark came. So, for the most part, it wasn't like a scramble for tickets. I just told my mom, after Coach Sweeney called me, I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm going to be starting today. We're starting on Saturday. She's like, what happened? I'm like, Trevor got corona, so like that. And then I called one of my coaches, like my right-hand man, my man, Coach Frog. He was just here visiting. So I called him, and I told him I was going to start this weekend. And then I called my dad later on that day.
DJ, you come in.
This is Pete at AP. How did you feel when you guys were down 18? How did you not get nervous in the locker room and keep your head about you in the comeback?
I've been down before, like high school, played big games and stuff like that. I thought being down 18, that's not really a lot of points. That's only three. That's like a three-possession game. I've been down 25 points before after halftime. So we have a great team, anyways. I knew we were going to come back. I had a great faith in our team, and I think we all knew that as long as we executed and came out the second half rolling, that we were going to put ourselves in a chance to win the ball game. And our defense played lights out in the second half, man. They didn't give up any points in the second half. Off of our turnover, we fumbled for a touchdown. But I think we all had this complete confidence in ourselves that we knew what we had to do, and we just came out and executed.
Hey, Gary McDaniel, Clemson Sports News. Talk about when you look in the backfield and you got a guy like Travis Etienne behind you that's been there for all this time and just broke the ACC's all-time rushing record. What's it like to look back there on your first start and know you got that much experience behind you to depend on him? And how did he lean and help you out this week?
I think Travis, he just speaks for himself. He's for me, he's the best running back I've ever seen in person. He's unbelievable. The things he does in practice, things he does in the game, it's unbelievable. For him to be able, I didn't know after I seen it on the board, I'm like, dang, I didn't know he was the ACC all-time leading rusher until after he got that run. But that's just a huge accomplishment. That's a testimony to him. He works hard and comes out in practice and gives it 100% every day. And then, for him just to be able to be that thing, I'm just so rewarded. I'm just happy to be able to play with him. I'm like, dang, this is going to be a first-round draft pick. So, I'm just happy I got to throw the ball and hand the ball off to him a couple of times.
Hey, DJ, David Hill with ESPN. I'm curious, did you – going to be the starter to Saturday kickoff. What changed in your role?
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
From Thursday afternoon when you found out you're going to be the starter, basically to 48 hours later to be to the kickoff of the game, how did your role change, your preparation role from past weeks? I
think the only thing that changes is I went with the ones. I think that's about it. I just went with ones, but from a preparation standpoint, nothing changed for me. I prepared. Since I was always the number two, so I was just prepared the same. I always prepared like I was a starter each and every week if I didn't get to play, if I played or at all. But there was nothing really from a preparation standpoint that changed in my head. I've been preparing like I was a starter since I got here.
DJ, this is Grace from The Athletic. What was your communication with Trevor like this week, and did he give you any words of encouragement today before you went out there?
Definitely, I talked to Trevor. I mean, I was just bummed out that he couldn't play today. I wish he could be able to be out there with us and just lead us to victory today. But he's telling me he had total faith in me, that he had trust in me today. He said, just go out there and play your game. And then he said he was just proud. He said, just go win the game for us.
Was that this morning?
Yeah, he told me Thursday. He said, "See, I could be confident. Any questions if I had, just call him, ask him." He said he'd be keeping in touch with me. And then he texted me that today. Yeah, he was just super excited. He said he had total confidence in me to go out there and play my best today. So I feel really good coming from him.
DJ Rob Gilchrist, WCRS 1450 AM, 98.5 FM in Greenwood. Describe your mental state and emotions pre-game, during the game as it just progressed, and now with the win here in the post-game. What went through your mind, and how did you just go from A to B as the day wore on?
I just tried to keep it simple. Coach Reed was talking about just taking one play at a time. Coach Sweeney was talking about just keeping one play at a time. I was just trying to do my 111, not trying to be a hero, not be trying to do anything. I mean, I'm just trying to facilitate the ball, get it to the people, the athletes' hands. I mean, the offensive lineman did a great job. My receivers did an unbelievable job. Travis did an amazing job, and the running backs. I mean, my job's not too hard. I'm just trying to be able to just manage the game, just do every single time I get to play, just take that play one play at a time, and just do my 111 for the team.
DJ Gary from Clemson Sports News again, talking about one play at a time. Go back to one play in specific, the 4th and 1, where you pulled the ball in the zone read and ended up in the end zone. I know you're not trying to make your bones as a running quarterback. You're trying to be a guy known for throwing the football. But what's it like when you pull the ball and you see the open grass and you're able to make it past that second level? What's that feel like for you guys when you hit that the first time?
I mean, I was just happy I didn't get hot. I'm like, man, I'm running. I'm like, damn, I got the ball. I'm like, there's a clear lane. I'm like, oh, hopefully I don't get tackled from behind or get hot. So it was pretty cool to be able to score a touchdown. I mean, but it's always great to score a rushing touchdown. But I was just hoping I didn't get hot from that play or get tackled from behind. I'm like, dang, I'm not trying to get hot. I don't want to get like made fun of from all the players and stuff like that.
Hey, DJ, it's Dave again. How much does playing at a school like Bosco, you had all of those big-time contests against Bryce Young and Mater Dei, playing on that high level, prepare you for this stage today? You're no stranger to the big stage.
I feel like it did a great job preparing me. I mean, I think year in, year out, all my years at Bosco, we played the best competition every single year. I think our schedule was the hardest schedule in the country. We played in big games and played in different states, played on ESPN, played against great teams. So, I mean, coming in today, I felt a little bit of comfort from that, and just having just the confidence of the coaches that had confidence and the team had confidence in me. I felt like I was prepared, especially from coming from high school, being with Coach Negro. I mean, again, we just played great teams. I mean, we played the top teams in the country, so I feel like I was really prepared to be able to play today.
Hey, DJ, Dabo just mentioned that Trevor will not be playing against Notre Dame. I'm curious what goes through your head to consider going out there, not just on a big stage, but against a top 5 team and the game that I'm sure everybody's going to be watching.
It's the same mindset like I had this week coming into it. Get ready tomorrow, start watching some film tomorrow. Notre Dame, a great team. I don't know too much about them, but I just know they're a really great team, a top 5 team, and it should be a really good game. So I was just trying to get my mind right, be able to know my keys or whatever, or coming in a game plan, just be able to know it inside and out.
Do you think there was something about getting on the field today that will have you better prepared for next week? I mean, do you think you're in a better place because of having gotten this one under your belt?
I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, it was super cool to start my first game in college today. It was kind of crazy waking up like, damn, I'm going to start today. So, I mean, it was super cool to be able to have my parents there. But I think definitely just be able to play, have a game under my belt going into Notre Dame, I think it's definitely going to help.
Hey, DJ, it's Josh from the Post and Courier. What was that conversation like with Dabo after he told you about Trevor and that you would be starting this week?
I mean, he said he was super bummed that Trevor got corona. I mean, everyone on the team is. We all wish Trevor could be out here today. But he said he was just super excited to come see me play today. That's what he's saying. He said, even though Trevor's out, he said he's just super excited. He was so happy to come. He just couldn't wait for me to get out there and just start today. That's what he's telling me.
Hey, DJ, it's hard not to notice the Big Cinco chain. And I'm just curious. I mean, first of all, kind of curious where that kind of came from and the nickname. And also just how much does that kind of swagger, that confidence kind of play into your game, and how important is it to kind of build that? I saw you with your headphones on before the game. Like, how do you kind of get into that zone and get into that confident place before you head into a game?
Well, I mean, Big Cinco I don't know. I kind of like just came up with it. Like one of my players on my team in high school called me like Cinco, and then someone said Big Cinco. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And I just started using the hashtag. I'm like Big Cinco, and then I'm like, I like it. So I like chains. I like gold chains. So I'm like, man, I got a little bit of stipend money. I'm like, man, maybe I'm gonna go get myself gold chains. So I mean, that's what I ended up doing with it. I like gold. So I like having different chains. But I think, just from the swagger, I'm a West Coast type of kid. Wearing chains is something that we like to do from the West Coast. So, just bringing the West Coast swagger. From the music I listen to, from the way I dress and stuff like that. It's just something where I come from the West Coast.
What were you listening to today? What was getting you hyped today?
Combination of different rappers. I think I had a little bit of Nipsey playing today, Nipsey Hussle. I had a little bit of Modesty playing. There's a bunch of rappers. I think those are my two favorite I listened to before the game, Nipsey Hussle and Mozzie.
DJ, Tony Elliott was saying, I guess a couple weeks ago, that when he sits down with his quarterbacks, he really lets you guys kind of dictate to him what you like, what you don't like when he's making the game plan. What kind of things did you share with him this week about, I guess, your preferences specifically?
For the most part, whatever they want to call, I don't really have a preference. I just whatever the coaches want to call. There's some plays I guess I might not like, but as I look at it, my job as quarterback, whatever the coaches want me to call, I'm going to go out there and execute. I'll just take it on as a challenge, whatever they want to call for the game. I'm just going to go execute it and just do my 111 for the team.
Did you have any more involvement in the specific game plan this week?
We all get a sheet. We get to mark off what plays that we really like, what plays that we don't like. And then I think that was about it. That's all we do. But we do that every week.
Did at any point today it kind of sink in like, hey, I'm a freshman and I'm starting my first college game right now? Or did it just kind of feel like any other game almost once you got in there, since you played on so many big stages?
I feel like going into the game, like, damn, I'm about to start my first game in college. This is something I've been working for my whole life. Just be able to be in college, get into college, and also just start my first game. So it was just a surreal moment going into it. I know I was talking to my mom about, like, damn, I'm about to start my first game. I'm like, it's pretty cool. I was talking to like some of my coaches and stuff like that. Texted them. Once I got into the game, I knew I wasn't really nervous. I just wanted to go out there and just do my best for the team. So I'm like, I can't really be nervous. And then I got a couple texts from different people that's shout out to my man Reggie Bush. He texted me. That's my favorite player. He's like, yeah, full confidence in me. I'm like, oh shoot, Reggie texted me. I'm like, dang, I gotta play good today. But there's a couple other people like Jeremiah Masoli. He wished me luck and stuff like that. I'm like, man, they got confidence in me. Coach Sweeney, all the coaches and the players. I'm like, shoot, I think I gotta have some confidence in myself.
We'll take one or two more for DJ.
DJ,
it's
go ahead.
It's Josh from the Post and Courier again. So before the game, you sort of took that moment to yourself in the end zone, sort of went down on knee and bowed your head. How important was that moment of silence for you to have to yourself before you got into this big game?
Definitely. Be able to, Jesus Christ, my heavenly Lord Savior. He's number one in my life. Before every game, I get on a knee and just pray, just do my stuff I pray for, daily things I pray for going into the game, for the safety of the team, for us team. I just ask him that while I'm on the field, that hopefully while I play, that my game, that his light will shine on the field, that people can see the wonderful things for Jesus that he has and that he's done through me onto the field. I just pray for safety and just that he can give me the wisdom. That's just always been a big thing for me, to be able to pray before the game. So be able to do that is definitely important for me.
DJ, did Trevor address the team last night? I think that's what the broadcast said.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
It was super cool. To be able to see him. I know he was bummed out that he couldn't be there, but just be able to hear our leader just talk to us and just stuff like that. Said he had full confidence in all of us in the team, and just to go out there, even though we had a lot of players out, they said he had full confidence in us to go out there and win the game. So it was really cool to hear.
We'll take one more.
DJ, what's been the coolest part of the day for you personally? I mean, like you said, you're getting texts from Reggie Bush, and you got a win in a amazing comeback situation. Is there a moment that has really stood out for you? Like, man, I can't believe this is all going on.
I don't know. I think just like the whole thing, leading up to the day, from Thursday to Saturday to today. I mean, be able to like finding out that I was going to start, to be able to walking out to the game, coming off the bus, just seeing my parents here, seeing my mom jumping up and down when I was during the game, see my dad. He probably didn't sit down the whole game. I mean, just probably seeing happiness from my parents, and then I think that was probably the biggest thing, just be able to see my parents there, super happy, just jumping up and down, just happy for me, that I was making them proud.